Tired of hearing motorcycle myths? Get ready to have your motorcycle knowledge challenged, Odell. We're debunking some of the most popular myths, separating facts from fiction, and unveiling the truth. So let's get started. Myth 1. Motorcycles are automatically more hazardous than cars. This is one of the largest myths in existence. Sure, it's true that motorcycles provide less physical protection than cars, but the assumption that they're more hazardous isn't quite fair. What's always left out of this discussion is context. Motorcycle accidents tend to be caused by human fault, speeding, poor conditions, the absence of protective gear, or alcohol consumption. In most instances, riders who obey safety regulations, dress accordingly, take riding lessons, and remain vigilant can greatly minimize the chances of injury. Just as with motor vehicles, it's usually the rider or driver's actions that decide safety, not the vehicle itself. Myth 2. Loud pipes save lives. Several riders testify to this fact. They hold the opinion that aftermarket exhaust noise warns car drivers so they can avoid accidents. The truth? Not exactly. Sure, a noisy motorcycle will get someone's attention, but car interiors are usually soundproof today, and drivers might be listening to music, navigating using GPS, or just distracted. Research indicates the best methods to remain visible and safe on the road involve proper lane positioning, wearing high visibility clothing, and employing the use of your headlights. Loud pipes might feel like a safety feature, but they aren't a reliable substitute for good riding practices. Myth 3. Helmets are more dangerous than helpful. Some people still claim that wearing a helmet can cause neck injuries or reduce peripheral vision, making them more dangerous than riding without one. This has been proven false many times over. Studies from around the world indicate that helmet use significantly decreases the likelihood of deadly head injuries in motorcycle crashes. Today's helmets are sleek, aerodynamic, lightweight, and comfortable. They don't greatly impair your field of view or your hearing of traffic. Indeed, helmet use is one of the best choices a motorcyclist can make, equivalent to wearing a seatbelt in a motor vehicle. Myth 4. Only men ride motorcycles. This ancient myth still lingers in some communities. Although motorcycle culture has traditionally been male-oriented, women are taking up riding nowadays. Female motorcycle ownership, as it turns out, has been consistently increasing over the past decade. Riding is no longer a guy thing. It's a passion shared by all. There are hundreds of thousands of women riders, mechanics, influencers, racers, and motorcycle group leaders. This change isn't about equality, it's about more individuals finding the exhilaration and freedom of two wheels, regardless of who they are. Myth 5. Sports bikes always ride faster than cruisers. Most people think that since sports bikes are sleek and aerodynamic, they'll always ride faster than large, heavy cruisers. This isn't always the case. While sport bikes are optimized for high-speed capability and agility, certain cruisers come with huge engines that can provide mind-boggling torque and top speed. What ultimately counts is how a bike is set up and tweaked. A 1000cc cruiser could best a 600cc sport bike on flat roads. On serpentine mountain roads, the sport bike could be the winner. It's all about the models in question and conditions. Myth 6. Motorcycles don't require training to ride them. Some riders believe that if they can ride a bicycle or operate a car, they can certainly handle a motorcycle with no problem. But this is foolish thinking. Motorcycles are not like cars. They demand balance, clutching, throttle sense, and rapid reaction time. That's why most countries provide or even mandate motorcycle safety training classes. These courses help riders learn how to handle their bikes in different conditions, what to do in emergencies, and how to avoid risky situations on the road. A little training goes a long way, not just for safety, but for confidence too. Myth 7. Bigger bikes are always better for long rides. Touring bikes with large engines and huge frames are often associated with long-distance comfort. Although they may be wonderful on longer trips, there's no reason why smaller bikes won't be able to get the job done. Lots of mid-size motorcycles and even 250cc and 400cc bikes will be quite handy for touring, provided you're traveling alone or do light travel. It really is about how comfortable you are on the bike, how the bike suits your style, and how much you'll have with you. Lighter bikes are better in some instances. They're more manageable, more economical, and less exhausting in traffic. Myth 8. Lane splitting is always illegal. Lane splitting, where a motorcycle glides between lanes of slow-moving or stationary traffic, is controversial. Many motorists believe it's illegal everywhere, but it's not. In other locales, such as California and much of Europe and Asia, lane splitting is legal and actually promoted as a means to clear traffic and avoid congestion. When executed properly, it can prevent motorcycles from getting rear-ended and make traffic flow smoother. Of course, not all states or nations permit it, so it is critical to understand the laws in your area. But to label it as universally illegal is just wrong. Myth 9: you need a big budget to get into motorcycling. Too many people believe that having a motorcycle is costly. Sure, high-end bikes, clothing, and accessories cost money, but there are affordable options available. You can get good quality used cycles, affordable helmets and jackets that are still safe to use, and riding schools that won't dent your wallet. In fact, for most, motorbike riding is less expensive than car ownership. You consume less fuel, pay less maintenance, and frequently receive lower insurance rates. Starting out doesn't have to mean having deep pockets, merely wise planning. Myth 10: motorcycles are only for young people. This notion couldn't be more opposite. Motorcycling is for everybody regardless of age. Many riders become motorcyclists later in life, after children are grown, or when they are older and have more time and money to devote to hobbies. Riding can be a lifetime interest. Provided your health and reflexes are good, there is no age restriction. Most groups and clubs for motorcyclists have no problem accepting older riders, and there are even motorcycles with all their features specifically designed with comfort, stability, and simplicity in mind. Myth 11: motorcycle jackets are just for fashion. Motorcycle jackets are not just fashionable, they have a much larger role to play. They are meant to save riders from getting hurt if they fall. A quality jacket provides abrasion protection, impact protection at the shoulders and elbows, and even temperature regulation through ventilation or insulation. True, some individuals use biker-style jackets as a fashion statement, but genuine motorcycle attire is designed with safety in consideration. Having the correct jacket can be a large factor in your survival if something goes astray on the road. Myth 12: riding in the rain is too dangerous. Most new riders are afraid to ride in the rain, and although it does take a bit more care, it's not unsafe or even impossible if you understand what you're doing. Today's tires have excellent grip wet or dry, and smooth throttle use, good braking techniques, and lighting equipment will allow you to ride light to moderate rain without issues. The secret is to take it slower, not make quick turns, and pay greater attention to the road surface. Puddles, oil spots, and painted lines are slick, but skillful riders know how to handle them. Myth 13: more cc always means more speed. Cubic centimeters, or cc, indicate a motorcycle's engine size, but they don't necessarily equate to more speed. A more cc bike will be more powerful or torquey, but that doesn't necessarily mean it will be faster accelerating or have a higher top speed. For instance, a 600cc sport bike can pass a 1300cc cruiser on the racetrack because it's lighter and is tuned for speed. Engine tuning, weight, gearing, and aerodynamics all come into play. So while cc provides you with a general sense of engine size, it's only part of the picture when it comes to performance. Myth 14: once you learn to ride, you'll never forget. There's some truth to this. Motorcycling is similar to bicycle riding in that your body retains the fundamentals, but that doesn't keep your skills sharp indefinitely. Like any skill, riding must be practiced regularly. If you haven't ridden in years, you can lose your confidence, reaction time, or judgment on the road. That's why comeback riders are advised to take a refresher course. It reminds them how to use their muscle memory and adjust to new traffic conditions or technology. Myth 15: all motorcycle riders are reckless. This myth has been around for decades, thanks largely to Hollywood and the media. The reality is that most motorcyclists are ordinary men and women who love riding. They're teachers, engineers, nurses, artists, and so on. Yes, there will always be a few speeders or risk takers among them, just as among car drivers. But to generalize all motorcyclists based on this phenomenon is not justified. In practice, there are mostly safety-minded, responsible bikers who deeply care for their community and the reputation of cycling in general. So that's a wrap, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it. Also hit the subscribe button if you don't want to get fooled by myths. Also make sure to watch our previous video about why Marquez is so good as well.